What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 3, The Cell. Potential spoilers, news, information, and discussion. These are highly likely to occur in the episode. These may or may not occur, but highly likely. Again, if you don't want to know about the episode, stop watching now because we're going to talk about some potential spoilers. SpoilerTV.com is the article that we got some of this information from. We'll put the link in the description. So here we go. This week's episode, The Cell, will mainly focus on Daryl since he had been taken away from his group by Negan, and also on Dwight since he has a prior connection with Daryl. Their interactions will be quite entertaining and very informative. We will learn a lot more about the Saviors in this episode, how they live, their routines, and also their rules. But also Dwight will shed some light on his past, and that will make him more understandable as a character. His choices are still questionable, but at least he'll give a solid reason for his acts. So here we go. Basically, Daryl's captured on there too, and here's a picture that we don't know if it's going to actually happen because, you know, he's butt naked right there. You going to see some more Daryl Dixon, Norman Reedus ladies? You know, all the Daryl fans, the ladies are going to love it, so we'll see. But he's getting tortured 24/7, and it's going to be terrible. He's a broken man. He feels responsible for Glenn. He feels responsible for everything, and just look at him. He's just broken down. Just looks terrible. You know, and Dwight, he's getting the hang of the crossbow. He's kind of a dick, and we'll see how it is there going forward with the Saviors and the Sanctuary. You will be surprised this week's episode soundtrack. It will be unsettling. Someone will be revealed to be married. Someone will mention Dwight penis injury from last season. Negan will be back, always whistling with the seal in one hand. He will make another powerful and scary monologue. Daryl's crosser will be back. How soon until Daryl gets it back? There will be some pretty disgusting walkers. So even after 7 years, the walkers, they can pull it off pretty good. Dwight will have an intense and tragic discussion with another survivor about how his life is now and how it is to live under Negan's thumb. There's the monologue. He's probably talking to Daryl right there, too. It looks like the hair there, but we'll see how it is. Dwight walking through the hallways, and there we'll get to see the inner workings of the Sanctuary and his backstory of why he went back on there, too. You know, we'll see how it plays out. They torment Daryl, they torture Daryl, and literally a walker will fall from the sky. And that's happening there, too. So we'll see how that plays out. Initially, well, I thought it was going to be Jesus throwing him over, but we'll see why and how it happens. Walkers outside of it. We'll think of what it means for Dwight. I talked about that in a couple other videos. You have some other prisoners pushing around walkers and stuff in the same outfit that Daryl has. There will be a pregnancy test, and we won't wait to find out the results, so that's kind of big. Someone will give Daryl 3 choices. I'm sure it's Dwight. Dwight will be sent on a special mission on the roads. Negan will play one of his mind games called Who Are You? We will learn more about Negan and Dwight's history, how they met, and how their relationship first started. The Saviors will play games on Daryl, tricks, manipulation, some also surprising torture techniques to test him and understand him. Are they trying to break him? Of course they are. I'm sure Dwight gives Daryl 3 choices. Sherry. I really hope that Sherry's not the one who's pregnant, and we have a debacle with Dwight and Negan, and is she pregnant? Is it Negan's baby or whatever? Because I don't know if she's one of Wise. We don't know any of that information, so we'll see how it comes later on. But what I hypothesize, this may or may not occur in a future episode. The car chase does not happen here. It was seen in the trailer. I think it might be the guy who Negan's wife, because Negan has a bunch of wives, if you didn't know that from the comic. I'm sure he's going to have that on the show, I'm sure. He's probably trying to leave. Now, this car chase will not happen in this episode, but I could see it being the former husband of the wife that Negan got pregnant or whatever. So that's just a hypothesis. I don't know if that's going to occur, but I don't know what this car chase is. Again, it's not going to happen this episode. It'll happen in a future episode. Dwight is forced to go out and on a special mission on the roads, and that's him looking on his motorcycle. He takes this guy out, which supposedly is his friend. I believe it's Gordon is his name, and he has to kill him. He comes back as a walker, Gordon, and they put him in the pits or whatever in front of the Sanctuary. Those walkers that are chained up, and that's what I believe he is looking at here at some point in the episode. But Dwight is going to be featured in this episode, like they said. We're going to see his. He's not going to. I don't know. I think he's going to start to see the defiance with him and Negan a little bit. We'll see how it plays out. There's the walker that's kneeling, tries to get up, goes back down, and whatever. It's a good sequence from the sneak peek on there with Daryl. He's got Daryl's crossbow and the his vest on there too, but it's going to feature a lot of Dwight and Daryl. So it's going to be tough to watch prisoner Daryl on there thing too, who's a broken man, just like Rick is. They're broken down, the survivors. The Cell is another excellent episode of The Walking Dead, quite different from the first 2 episodes of the season, and that is the strength of the show. Gimbel found the perfect pace, focusing each episode on some different characters, and what is even better this year is the different rhythm and atmosphere in each episode. Don't miss The Cell this Sunday if you're in the United States, or Monday on Fox in the UK. How excited are you about The Cell? How Daryl will react to Dwight and Negan? What's Negan playing for Daryl? What happened between Dwight and Negan? And hit the comments, let us know. There's the 4 people we get to see: Dr. Emmett Carson, Laura, Gordon, and Joey. It's going to feature the Sanctuary there. I'm excited for that. Get to see how it all plays out. And Negan, Daryl, having a good old time at making fun of Andy Lincoln there too. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be great. People, do you blame Daryl or not? But we'll see going forward. Just love this picture from Walker Stalker. There you go, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to get more videos. You guys are awesome. Post your comments to the questions that we asked. And as always, thank you for watching.